welcome in everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On the draw, here's Sanders. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Mike, 55.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Second and 9 now from the 21. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. On first down, it's Hughes, and some room to run now. The 20. A big play there for the Bengals. 43 yards on the ground. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw. Whitaker. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. They'll set up to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their
blitz coming, and down he goes. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. 2nd and 3. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Hughes. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Hughes. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down. Whitaker. This is Johnson. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
70,
On 2nd down now, it's Hughes. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Looking to throw. Whitaker, wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
On 2nd down, it's Hughes. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals have recovered it. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Throwing to start the drive. Whitaker looking for his running back, and he's got him. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Hughes. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
10-2, so. We got to get the ball. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play, but sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. From the gun, Whitaker. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Off the play fake, Whitaker. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 4 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Pulled in at the 24. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down. Whitaker. It's complete. It's Miller. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. Back to throw. Whitaker completes it to Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. On 1st and 10, Whitaker. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Looking to throw. Whitaker. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started over at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, and it's the Jets who have the lead with that one getting close to halftime. The Jets almost certainly will be on the outside looking in come playoff time, but a win would get them to 5-8 on the year. From there, we head to Hard Rock Stadium to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Landry Jones, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. A little juke. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On second down now, it's Hughes, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Operating from the gun. Whitaker. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf. Hit it.
On first down, Hughes. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ready. Ready. Heavy on the edges. Shoot.
Right back to him on first down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off play action. Whitaker. He's going to rifle one deep left. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him and keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. On third down, Sanders. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Set 70, Indy.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Ready.
Another run with Sanders. Shedding through the defense. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Down. 30 base. Man left, man left. Even. 4 down. Even. Down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DJ Moore, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Texans cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will shave one more off this lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
Encroachment defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Still second down.
Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape.
I'm going to come back to you.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hughes. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Hughes. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. This one caught by Winslow. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, it's Sanders. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. That's complete right around the 8. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now back to throw. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. They'll run on 1st down. Hughes. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. From the gun, Whitaker over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Back to throw. Whitaker. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
He had it on line, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
Down. 70, Indy.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll drop the throw. This will be caught at about the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
On 1st down, Whitaker, and he slings one that's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 3rd down, Whitaker. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On 3rd down, Sanders. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw on 2nd down, Whitaker. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
You hate to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. They'll go again with Sanders. And Sanders has it pumped free. And the Bengals grab it. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Looking to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On first down, it's Hughes. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run on first down. It's Hughes. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they take a knee. So out comes the field goal team once more. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bengals, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home